Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppers. Today checking out the final Czech Pilsner I have left from Josef, who was kind enough to provide a lot of Czech Pilsners from a trip home to the Czech Republic. I still have quite a few beers, or I think, two? Two beers left from him to check out. But we'll get around to them as well. They are more funky type beers, so they're better with, just leaving for a bit. But this one I'm excited about because it's quite bitter, it sounds like, Czech Pilsner. So he talked about another brewery, I can't remember what it was called, but apparently this brewery's beers, it's similar to one of their beers that's quite well known, but this is more crafty and better or something like that. He didn't give me too much info, but he just talked about that this is like a very old brewery, but very craft focused. They also do like IPAs and stuff. It's from Pivovar Kamenice, I think that's how you say it. And this is our Kamenice 12, a 5.2% Czech Pilsner, or as they say themselves, Czech light lager. And I think apparently that's something to do with the fact that you can't call Czech Pilsner unless it's, you can't call a light lager a Pilsner in the Czech Republic unless it's from Pilsen or something like that. 5.2%. This has got 45 IBUs. This should be quite the bitter beer. Especially like the fun thing is Radegast 12 was 30 something, 32. So we got another 10 plus. So it might be up my alley. Hop combo is very similar. Also, just looking at this, it looks like it's doing much better, even though this is unpasteurized and unfiltered. But it's a bottom fermented Czech type of beer, as they say themselves. And it says brewed by traditional technology, so I'm guessing they do decoction mashing. And they use three types of different types of malts. They don't speak of which, but they're Czech, and they use Premiant and Saaz hops. We got it here off their website, where it also talks about the 45 IBU bitterness. I mean, that's impressive. That might be something that's right up my alley. So yeah, without further ado, let's check this one out. I love the artwork on this. It's very classic, with the woody looking barrels with, it looks like a tree in the design of the barrel. What's up with me spraying beer on me today? This is the second time it happened. Okay, let's check this one out. So Boers, a nice color. You can definitely see it's unfiltered because there is a bit of sediment in the glass. It's lightly cloudy, but that is quite all right. In terms of date, it's got a best before date of 21/07/22. So wonder how long of a best before date they give this. This definitely just looks better in the glass compared to Radegast 12. Radegast had like a slight darker hue than this. I think you could maybe almost predict a bit that it was slightly oxidized, but it was still quite tasty for a bigger brewed beer. This is that classic kind of, again, I think it's called Svetly Lechak 12 or 12 Plato beer in the Czech Republic. These light golden colors, like a more golden yellow. And then it's got those slight haze particles floating around and a white head. Also a very nice high, but not like crazy high streaming carbonation. But yeah, let's check it out. Ooh, really, it's like freshly cracked black pepper. There's so much, it's like if you ever did carbonara, like authentic carbonara, and you're just cracking all that pepper. I'm just getting so much of that. That's like one of the biggest characteristics of Saaz, and this is just so abundant in it. Huge, like I can't remember the last time I had a beer with this much, like, just stand out, like, this is what this hop's known for, character. And that being said, again, it's a Pilsner. Don't expect that this is like IPA level craziness or whatever. This is traditional beer, and traditional beer is more balanced than a lot of the crafty stuff, and still very nice. There is lots of breadiness underneath. You can just smell this as a much fresher beer than the Radegast 12, or just much better stored. They've all been in my fridge, but prior to that, like, there's so much more vibrant, fresh breadiness. I think this would be so dope dead fresh at the brewery. Also just in cans. Loads of that, this is like really doughy bready, but also freshly baked bread. Kind of like a robust sourdough that's not like something that's really heavy, but like we have a sourdough baker that does amazing breads, and it's kind of like that when he just pulls them straight out of the oven. Yeah, for sure. Almost like Yeah, I don't know why. I got a bit of rye for some reason. I don't know why it reminded me of rye, but that's maybe because it reminded me of sourdough. And in Denmark, the classic sourdough bread is rye bread. But besides that, it's just like huge, freshly cracked black pepper. There's some grassiness to it as well, and there's definitely some spice, some like herbal spice. But the big thing is like massive, massive amounts of black pepper. It smells really good. Making my saliva go gush gush. Let's take it out. Cheers, and thanks a ton to Josef for the beer. That is fucking dope. Oh, it's bitter, yeah. It's interesting. The bitterness comes like really sharp, and then it like mellows out really nicely. That's fucking dope. That's pretty fucking dope. Like this is almost tasting like the beer that Radagast 12 wanted to be. Fuck, that's really good. That's just good. That's why you should go with usually the small producers. But I will say though, Bernard really surprised me. It's such a massive sauce bomb. It's got so much of that freshly cracked black pepper. It's so intense, and it's really bitter. It's almost, and it's really dry too. There's next to no sweetness, which I love. It's really putting my mind toward like these more heavily hopped German beers, just with less of a fruit character. Which again, I've said numerous times, is what I prefer in beers like this. And I want to bet this is probably like 3.1, 3.5 on Untappd, which it's just bullshit. Like, I preach this all the time. I think Radagast 12 had a 3.1. It's not a... It's a pretty fucking decent regional brewed beer, and I had a can that was old. Come on. This tastes so dope. And smells very, very nice, too. Man, really surprised by this one, because it's one of these... And another situation with a lot of these Czech beers has been, like, because I never heard of the beers, I don't have any expectations. And then, like, they've just been so good. But carbonation feels much more aggressive and high in the mouth, which I really like. I like that like robust carbonation, like just digs into your palate and lifts up all over the beer, all over your palate, especially with Pilsner. It makes it really quaffable, really refreshing. There is a touch of that sourdough breadiness, but this is all about hops. Like this is such a hoppy Pilsner, Czech Pilsner. And it's like, again, it's actually on the aftertaste, I'm getting more of that sourdough right now. But it's not as much as on the aroma. And, that could be, maybe it has a bit more breadiness, at the brewery or fresher or whatever. Maybe it's just the balance of hops, how they do it. It definitely seems like a beer where they really wanted to focus on intense hoppiness, which is really nice. Because I love hops, especially in like hoppy Pilsners, man. This is so good, man. This is so tasty. I'd be so stoked if I brewed this. With a huge snap of carbonation, there's almost making it like a digestive biscuit, a Keeks cookie, whatever you want to call it, because it's a bit more robust. Like there is that sourdough bread, but it's because it's so snappy. There's almost like a dry, a biscuity thing to it, and it reminded me of digestive. I think what do they call it in English? Graham cracker. There's a bit of a graham cracker vibe because it's quite robust. It's not like a butter. Is that butter? Smokies, whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called in English. Like it's like these more light cookies or biscuits because they aren't really usually that sweet. But yeah, this is pretty damn dope. I just kind of want to just go at it and go at it and go at it. And when it's like that, it's a great lager. Again, I want to put my finger on the fact that it's mostly black pepper and spice and a little bit of woody hop character. I kind of want to put out my finger on it, but I guess that's kind of like the Czech style. It's what most of these Czech Pilsners have been like. They've not had like more fruity hop characters. Say like a Mittelfrüh or a Saphir or like a German hop like that. It's all most of them have been about these very spicy noble hoppy flavors, which is really nice too. But I guess this is probably the one it really screams sauce hop the most. Like if you want to taste exactly what Saas Hop is about, where it really gets to shine. I think Kamenice 12 is a great example. I'm pretty much, I guess, as excited about this one as I was when I had some of the first Vinohradsky beers. And they're going to MBCC. Oh my god. It's going to be amazing. It's funny how I'm getting excited about stuff like that nowadays, and not hype breweries. Well, I still will get excited about that. But like, even if Glencairn was going, oh man, I'd be drinking Rauchbier all day. And also a cool note, the brewery I work at, we got invited. So that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be going as hopefully both blogger and brewer. But yeah, this is a wonderful, wonderful Czech Pilsner. There's maybe a touch of citrus fruitiness, but that's it. And I've gone way too long just explaining my love of these beer styles. I hope this stuff is going to catch on to more people, because it just deserves so much more respect and so much more acclaim from the craft crowd. Because it's not just another Pilsner. Just need to drink more of it and get in a mindset that's not about craziness all the time. Sorry for preaching, guys. I can't help it. But yeah, what do we give this one? It's really fucking good. I love that, like, really lingering dry bitterness. It's like almost IPA level. 93, 94, 93. Like, the only reason for not going world class 95 on this is that stupid beef with fruitiness. I know it's not to style that you maybe it is. I don't know. It depends on the brewery, I guess. But the classic, like, what do you think when you think Czech Pilsner, is that spice and the sauce character, and it has it in abundance, and it just works. But I would just love a little bit more, like, uplifting fruitiness. Like, give me a little bit of that middle for your love, and I'd be like world class. But I'm not 100% on that level, so I'm guessing 94. But I just want to smash this, and then I want another, and then I want another. This is wonderful. I love it with these beers when you get excited about them as much as this. And I think, like, if I would be more excited about this too if it was fresher. I mean, the first few ones we had that were really, really fresh in the PET bottles were amazing too. But this is just like more of that bitter hop character, and I just love my hops in lagers and most beers. So yeah, huge 93, 94 territory, 3-4, something like that. I mean, it's wonderful. So if you guys had a chance to try Pivovar Kamenice 12, let me know what you thought of it. If you haven't, this is a Czech beer to seek out if you like your lagers. And Josef, thanks so much. This has been so much fun. Man, you really helped me explore the Czech beer scene. Without you, I wouldn't have known what to get and what to do and whatnot, because we don't see that much of it here besides Pilsner, Urquell, and Budvar. So, but yeah, if you guys had it, let me know. As always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page, and Twitter, and Instagram. This review was way too long. Sorry for that. I'm rambling too much these days. But yeah, let me know about the beer, social media, all that stuff. And I'll mostly cheers. I'll see you guys in another beer review.